Alright guys, well, welcome to Automatic Transmission. My name is Hiram and we have a 4L60E here on the bench. This is a 1998 model, and the reason or the purpose for this video is to show you the quality of work that we do and the quality of work that you can also be doing. You follow my videos. I'm almost done with this unit. You know, I have my drum already. This is the reverse drum. It's already built. And I was about to start working on this, and I thought of you guys, and I said, okay, so this is my input drum where my forward coast and 3/4 clutches are housed in. And I do have a Z-PAK. I'm not sure if any one of you guys have heard of this before. And I know some of you guys, they want to do your 4L60s to a 4L65. And sometimes when you buy, where's it at? This is the original setup, right? There's nothing wrong with this steels and the pressure plates, right? So I can rerun this, put fresh new frictions on here, but you only get 6. You only get 6. But you can also, what you can also do is get a thin friction. I think I got some left over here, friction. So I'm just going to show you. On a 4L65, they look the same, right? But if you look at them through the side, one is thicker than the other one. The thicker is the 4L60, and the thin one is a 4L65. The only difference from the 4L65 and the 4L60 is that 4L65 has 7 frictions in it, and it has 6 thin steels, right? So it increases your load capacity. I mean, it makes it a little bit stronger, but it still has some weak points. And the weak points on the 4L60Es is that the pressure plate, the way it is applied, you know, once you apply it, this is the top pressure plate that goes, you know, where the snap ring goes. It flexes up a little bit, and every time it shifts into 3rd gear, let's say in 75,000 miles, I mean, you're gonna get this distorted and your clutches are gonna burn, right? So this is a very common issue on the 4L60Es. Now Sonex has a smart drum that addresses that, but we have Raybestos. This has been out for a long time, and a lot of builders use it. A lot of people don't like to use it, but I do like to use them. And these are single-sided frictions. Single-sided frictions, and we start with the pressure plate on the bottom, and then we start. You have a single outer. Single outer means that the teeth are on the outside. And then we have a single inner. And then, you know, you just stack them up like that. Outer, inner, outer, inner, outer, inner. Until you get to the top. You will see the last inner friction. And then the last module, you have a single-sided outer that looks like this. You have a real thin steel that goes on top of it, and then you have the spacer plate. Now this setup right here, it helps with the flexing, and you have more torque capacity. Now I'm going to count them to you. We have the bottom pressure plate. We have an external, that's 1. I'm just going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 single-sided equals 7 normal frictions. So that's 14, right? And then we have the last one. That's 15. I always install this, but in the instructions says that you can leave it out so you can have a lot of clearance. But you know, I like my clearances on the 3/4 kind of tight on my 4L60s. It increases durability, and we're gonna use these. We're gonna reuse these. I always reuse them when I use that, because you want your pressure plates open, so whenever the 3rd clutch is not applied, your frictions are loose in there, and they get splashed with fluid and they get lubricated, right? And then we have our pressure plate. I'm gonna get you guys over here to the drum, and you can use this on a 700R4. Yes, you can. You just need a 98 and up drum. And on the instructions here, it shows you, I don't have my drum assembled yet with my pistons in it. I got new pistons. I got the 3/4 piston in here, but I got brand new pistons. These are the old pistons. Now on this transmission, I am also going to install a transgo shift kit. I installed a 500s boost valve. Where's the box? Right here. The 500,000 boost valve is already in here. This is a landscaping company truck, so you know they have their lawnmowers, their equipment. You know they put a little trailer with more lawn equipment. So in other words, I'm building a heavy-duty 4L60E. It's a 4L60, or you can say 4L with this setup, 4L75 or whatever you want to call it. And I have an extra wideband as well. As you can see here, it's already soaked. It's an extra wideband. As you guys know, second and fourth and third. So you have second, third, and fourth heavy duty. You pull in the trailer, you pull in the boat. This is a HD unit. This is going to be a 4L60, 4L65, 4L70 HD unit on a 98 pickup truck. So here it is, the boost valve that I'm using, 500,000 of an inch. You can get a Sonex 490 as well with dual O-rings. I'm going to use my shift kit, already mentioned that. What else? On the overhaul kit, I got Borg-Warner frictions. Borg-Warner frictions are factory or OE type friction material. And Raybestos on, I could have run Raybestos. Raybestos is my second choice. Borg-Warner is always my first choice. Raybestos is my second choice. And this is a must on a heavy duty transmission. If it was a light truck, you know, that it's just a commuter truck, you can build it normally with your normal 3/4 clutch pack. But in this situation, heavy duty, this is what's going in. Now I'm going to set you up on the drum, and let's go ahead and build the drum. Alright guys, well, as you can see, I already have my 3/4 piston in it. We're going to lubricate this. This is our forward piston housing, forward clutch piston housing. And the reason you want a 98 and up for this setup, as you see here, where is it at? It has a number 7 in here. I'm not sure. There we go. It has a number 7. It's a specific length right here, and that's what you need to use to run the Z-PAK. Now the earlier drums, they don't have the number 7 on it, so you have to get you a 98 and up drum. I know it says it's up to 2004 or 2005, but I've installed this Z-PAK on later models, and they work really well as long as your apply ring right here, it has a number 7 on it. All right, now we're gonna drop this down here, kind of align it, drop it down. Everything has to be lubricated nice, and I'm holding it to the side with my left hand and kind of molding the inner lip seal, and it should drop down just like that. All right, so now we put our forward, that was our forward drum. This is our coast clutch. Now our return spring, I'm going to take it to the press, and I'm going to put my snap ring on it, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to stack all the clutches, and I'm going to soak my frictions, because I haven't soaked them yet. I'm going to soak them with transmission fluid, and we'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. starting with our overrun frictions. Steel, friction, steel, friction, pressure plate, the bearing, our input sprag assembly, our forward wavy, first steel, clutch, steel clutch, steel clutch, steel clutch, steel clutch, pressure plate. As you can see that this is on the snap ring groove, the pressure plate, and that's a good indication of high quality frictions. That's why my first choice is OE specification on frictions, and Borg Warner is used by original equipment manufacturers. Raybestos is an also good source of frictions. They are very close to OE specifications. And now our 3-4 Raybestos Z-PAK. That's what it's called, a Z-PAK. I'm going to put this pressure plate with that groove facing up. Now we're going to install our first outer, inner, outer, inner, outer, inner, outer, inner, outer, inner, outer, inner, outer, inner. Our special friction is this top right there. Our extra, you can leave this out if you want to, if you want the 50 to 70 thousandths clearance. But as you see, when we install here, I'm at the snap ring groove, and that's where I like to see even the factory setup like this. When you use Borg Warner frictions here or Raybestos, the top plate is always on the snap ring groove, but we want to use our load springs here. On high rev engines, this is a must. You gotta have them there. You gotta have them installed. If you're installing a high performance shift kit like from Transgo, then you don't install this, but you actually on the third return springs, you install the high rev springs from Transgo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I had an extra one there. Oh yeah, I got another set over there. Yeah, that's no big deal. That's from another drum. And then we install our pressure plate. Doesn't matter which way it goes. And you see the spring tension is from those load springs. And install our snap ring. There we go. You gotta move freely in the drum. And that's it. That's it. This is a heavy duty build. Actually, I'm gonna show you a short clip from my nephew. I did his let me see here. Let me look for the text. I did his 4L60 on his 2005 Silverado. He broke 14 seconds. He was doing 16.3, and we did his transmission, and he broke that's my Infiniti G35, and that's my nephew's truck. Here's second gear, and of course the Infiniti got him on the end. So it is pretty good. I mean, I put his wideband. We're gonna redo that transmission. I mean, pretty soon. It's a stage 2 right now. The way we built it, we're gonna make it. We're gonna put the Sonex planet to lower the gear ratio from first to second. And I mean, you saw that he had a pretty good launch there. It's a heavy truck. It's a 4-door, 2005, and he's got a cam in it. Got 411 gears on it, and we got this set up for third. We got the band, Corvette servo, HD2 Transgo shift kit. It shifts manually any gear at any RPM that you want. So that's I mean, we do high performance unit as well, you know, and he's very happy with it. And we are going to film that, you know, once he's ready. We're gonna put in a stall converter also, you know, on it as well. It has a Trailblazer converter for now. It's a street truck, but we're gonna add probably a 32 stall or something like that to be able to be on the street and be good on the track as well. All right, so this is how you set up your Z-PAK from Raybestos. This right here, Z-PAK from Raybestos. All right, guys, thanks for watching.